We work with stuff that's extremely applicable to the medical field and to the just clinical aspect of everything. Dr. Durham's focus is headache, pain, and that trigeminal nerve, so that it's very innovative research that actually applies, and we'll be able to see it through the drug companies that we work with.
So International Dehydrated Foods, who is a food company that we've worked with, looking at how their product may be beneficial in things like metabolic syndrome, chronic temporomandibular joint disorder, and chronic pain conditions on a whole.
And then more recently, we've gotten into the gut-brain axis and how things that are going on in your gut can affect what's going on in your brain and vice versa. So what we're finding is that when people go into a chronic pain state, they end up with what we call dysbiosis, or a change in the microbiome in their gut, which then can cause them to develop into a chronic pain state.
So what we do in the microbiology lab is a little bit of denaturant gradient gel electrophoresis. So that's really what I work with, and that's the technique that I use. And we use that technique in a lot of our studies. Denaturant gel electrophoresis is a technique that aims to separate the DNA of the microbiome in the gut. So your gut has a bunch of bacteria in it, and so all those bacteria can be identified through this technique, and allows you to identify the different microenvironments that are part of all of these studies that we're working on.
So what we're trying to do is figure out ways from basically a food supplement type of thing. So what things can we add to their diet to help maintain a healthy gut microbiome, which then we think helps maintain a healthy brain.
So the most current international dehydrated food studies that we have currently been working on is one of the products, which is a chicken bone broth product. We've been studying its effects on potentially inhibiting some of the inflammatory cascades that we see in migraine and TMD. And what we've actually been able to show is that it's been able to prevent the subjects from going into this chronic pain event. And we've also been studying how that product also affects the microbiome, and essentially how the microbiome then crosstalks, which we refer to as the gut-brain axis, how the things that we eat modulate the pain that we feel.
We've been looking at other types of nutraceuticals, like products that you can actually incorporate into your diet that actually will minimize inflammation and pain. And so one of the things that we found is that eating dark chocolate is really good for you. And it's basically about what fits in the palm of your hand is really quite beneficial. And eating that just a couple of times a week, we showed to be upregulate proteins that actually block inflammation and pain pathways. And what we've done is, from a chemical point of view, is we show that it actually, when you consume cocoa, you're actually taking low-grade steroid. So you're taking an anti-inflammatory every day, but not taking it in a pill form, you're actually just getting it from your diet. And then more importantly, what people have shown is that the cocoa, the fiber component, the part that we consider insoluble and that we can't really digest, is actually a food source for the bacteria in our gut. And then those bacteria then actually produce short-chain fatty acids, these little molecules that are actually anti-inflammatory. So there's like a dual benefit from eating cocoa.
So the gut microbiome is extremely important, and not a lot of people are going to acknowledge that fact. The gut microbiome ties into all of this headache research that we're doing. You stimulate a headache, pain, or a stressful situation, and it'll affect your gut microbiome. So upset stomach, irritable bowel syndrome, all that good stuff all ties into that pain and can either make it worse or make you more irritable. And so going forward, one could use the gut microbiome to actually help with pain, help with stressful situations, help you be more healthy and reduce stress and reduce pain just by controlling your gut microbiome. So not a lot of people know that, and not a lot of people would go that route to treat that kind of pain, but you can definitely do that, and that's definitely an option going forward.